Hello everyone, I'm Pamela Coons, on the road to wellness at the Wellness Radio TV, here at the downtown Gainesville Farmers Market, where the farmers are here with their fresh fruits and vegetables in spite of this historical drought that they are facing. It's still no problem, darling. Lots of tomatoes. What are you eating there?
This is a melon from Siember Farm.
How it looks like it's really sweet.
It's so good and so juicy.
Yeah.
They're giving out samples down at their tent.
Samples, my kind of place.
Yeah, they're a really great local, organic, family-owned farm.
Nice.
They're amazing.
Nice. Thank you. Nice. So the tomatoes are plenty of tomatoes, plenty of blueberries and strawberries, and then there are the sucklings. People who want to start planting, putting out some little plants, rosemary, herbs, and stuff like that. And Andy Hemmings and his wife Catherine have a wonderful little booth here, and they are. Hey, Andy, thank you for taking the time to chat with us a little bit about what you guys are doing and how in the world are you managing without any rain.
It's getting tough. The late freeze didn't do us any favors because the grass. We're just north of town a little bit. Grass all died, and then there's been no water since then. Really, a couple of showers for our area, but. The ground is pretty crunchy right now, and so hopefully Saturday there's a chance of some thunderstorms, maybe, but then I think after June 1st. But what we just discovered, we have some cattle and goats and other animals. Hay is becoming difficult to find.
Really?
Everybody around north part of the county just sold out of hay yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, so we were jokingly discussing, am I going to drive to Valdosta to see if I can get a roll or two, or what we'll be up against, but we need help because you're going to start seeing it for everybody who's got livestock, that the grass is so stunted and not really growing particularly well that unless you're able to water extensively, there's just nothing for them to eat. You have to be feeding your animals right now, and we should be 6 weeks, 2 months into the not giving them hay anymore, and we still have to. So
wow, you still have to give them hay because the grass is not growing because we haven't had any water.
Right. It's all part of the natural cycle, and we're at the low end of the cycle right now, and it's not good. So we'll see how it pans out. But what Texas went through in the plains a couple of years ago, already yesterday at I was at one feed store, called another one to find out, and already hearing people trying to unload cattle a little bit just to make it a little easier to survive.
Yeah.
No water, no hay, no grass for them to eat and stuff. So
wow. Well, how is it affecting? I know you guys sell a lot of seed, little
starts of
starters.
Herb and veggie starts and succulents as well. These guys, certainly succulents can tolerate the lack of water. So maybe we water them once a week, and it doesn't change a whole lot. But the herbs still need to be watered every day. So it's a little hotter in the greenhouses, and you have to pay a little bit more attention to individual plants just to make sure they survive the increased heat. That's the other thing is we haven't talked about specifically is that in addition to no rain, it's actually noticeably hot. It should be in mid-90s in May. This is Florida, not Texas. What are we doing here?
It's warm. I think in my car when I was driving here it was like 95.
Yeah, I yesterday twice sat in the car and got burned, and I'm like, that hasn't happened since I lived in Tucson.
Wow. Yeah, because 3 years ago when I moved to Florida and it was raining every day, and I would say to my husband, this is propaganda. They've named this the Sunshine State and it rains every day. And now...
Careful what you wish for.
I'll be careful what you wish for. No rain at all.
No.
And then even with the possibility of rain coming on Saturday, that won't do much.
It'll knock the dust down on our driveway for a day. Actually, I've now just taken to... we don't have the sprinkler on in our garden where we grow our own veg and stuff all the time, so it's on a long hose. So I've been moving that around, trying to revive some of the open space on our place. And I have another one that I've put on, so it's spraying part of where where all the cattle are. Our bull, I put it up yesterday for the first time. It hadn't been up for 5 minutes, and our bull figured out that if he walked up, it would spray him in the face, and if he got his mouth on it, it would just spray in his mouth.
The bull figured that
The
out?
bull figured it out right away,
Wow.
and he was it's so ridiculous. I mean, it sprayed out pretty good. I'm really surprised he would tolerate it, but
Wow.
it was pretty silly. I should have run over with my phone and filmed it because
Yeah.
he's just standing there getting blasted.
Well, you know what? I feel like I need that too. I need a little
Right,
squirting.
right.
So, what is your advice to people who are buying these plants to put out now?
Well, there's actually an upside to this. The Mediterraneans, the rosemary, sometimes thyme, the tomatoes, the peppers, those kinds of things are thriving. We have the best tomato crop we've ever had in our garden. It's just outstanding because these kind of conditions are ideal for them. So some things are doing wonderfully.
Well, I should have tried to grow tomatoes this year because the last 2 years that I tried to grow tomatoes in Florida, I didn't do too well with them.
This is a really good year for it. Kathleen had no tomatoes last year. Our garden was an absolute bust.
Really?
This year, gangbusters. We've been getting all manner of different tomatoes. They're all doing just wonderfully.
And let me just, before I let you get back to work over here, people don't have, because we don't think about it. We go to the grocery store and we get what we get and we go home. We don't think much about what farmers have to go through in trying to bring crops to the market, especially small growers who are bringing fresh fruits and vegetables to the market.
That's one of the beauties of eating locally and knowing the producers of your food, is that seasonality comes back into it, which in the age of convenience and readily available materials, at Publix or wherever, we've gotten away from that a lot. But now, boy, it becomes really critical when we have, a weather episode like this where we're suffering under drought. So cilantro's been a goner. You better water the mints. Some of the other plants are a little bit more,
Resilient.
Yeah, some of the things that are resilient do very well in this, and so it's a banner year for tomatoes. Should be for watermelons and squashes and stuff.
Yay
things
for
as long as you keep watering them.
Yeah.
The things that do well in hot and dry are going gangbusters right now.
What about strawberries? I know
we have a little bed of them that's terraced, and they're doing wonderfully. But I think she is watering them constantly.
But I bet they're really sweet because they don't have much water.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
I had about half a dozen this morning, and
I got some local strawberries, and I just ate the whole little pint.
they're gone. They evaporated.
They evaporated. Andy, thank you so much for taking a minute to come over to share with our viewers what you guys are going through. And this has got to be pretty uncomfortable.
Well,
how many head of cows do you have?
We just have 14, but it's enough, and we have them on a small thing, so we've been supplementing their diet even in good times. But now they're entirely dependent on us. So, if you've got enough hay right now, make sure you're going to be able to get through another 6 weeks or so in case, even if it rains, if we get gangbusters for 3-4 days, it's still going to be another month or so before anybody could harvest. So, the grass will pick up and hopefully you can, let off and you won't be so dependent on it.
Yeah.
But it's rough right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people are aware of that yet. I mean, it really hit home yesterday to us when when I went to a feed store, and then it was like, I watched them sell their last rolls of hay.
Wow.
And called over in Alachua, and they had run out of small bales and round bales.
Wow.
So,
well, we will.
We've heard a couple others.
Yeah, we're going to just be praying to God for some rain to help take care of our farmers, help take care of their livestock, help take care of their crops, because we really do appreciate the hard work that you guys put in so that we can enjoy these fresh fruits and vegetables.
It's delicious.
It is delicious. Andy Hemmings. Andy Hemmings connected with
Firefly Farm.
Firefly Farm. No, but Hemmings.
Oh yeah. Very, very distant relative of that one guy.
That one guy.
He wrote some stuff. I think
President of the United States.
Founded NOAA. I'm sure he did something interesting. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.